So what we're going to do next is we're going to go through the service that we're providing and the thing that we're actually going to show them that's going to lock them down. Okay? So let's get into it. All right, part 5. This is the service that we are providing. Okay? And we are driving leads. We are driving leads into their office, people that will book appointments, show up, and get into their upsell sequence and become long-term patients, period. With the best dentist that you work for, if you can get them to the office and get them to come in one time, if they come in twice, it's over. But come in one time, you have done your job. Those dentists should be able to do it. If you have a dentist that doesn't know how to turn a one-time visit into multiple visits, they're going out of business anyway. Okay? Because we all have crap wrong with our teeth. Sorry. Now, you may choose not to get it fixed, but all of us have stuff typically that's wrong with our teeth, or the vast majority of the population. There's something that can be done, and a dentist's job is just to say, this is what's wrong. Can I help you with it? And this is what we would do. So I am about to drop some more cold, hard truth on you. If you are okay with some more cold, hard truth, please say yes right now. This is where I lose a few more. This is where I lose a few more, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and I think you respect that. That's what we're all about here in AdLab, is being honest with you, and that's, to me, why people pay. Other places, yeah. Let's do this. This is the word of warning. Half of why what I'm showing you works is because what I'm about to show you looks amazing. It's attractive. It's not only attractive to your potential client who wants their logo on it and they'll sign off on it because it looks good, but it's also attractive to the people that your dentist is trying to attract. Please listen. If you skimp on this part and you try to go with the free service, you try to go with something that you threw together, your results are absolutely going to reflect that. Okay? This is your product. This is what you are putting your name on. This is what you are selling that you should go to bed at night and be proud of. If you don't do this right, you will fail. You will fail. If you do this right, you will succeed if you put in the hustle. But you got to do this right. And you got to spend a little more money to do it right. Okay. Let's walk through the product and the service and how it works. So I'm using a service called ClickFunnels. Most of you are probably familiar with ClickFunnels, or you have used it before. If you use ClickFunnels currently, give me a yes in the box. If you don't use it currently, give me a no. That's okay either way. Here's the ball game. If you're here, it means you're part of AdLab. And I'm going to give you all of these pages. So they will instantly go into your ClickFunnels account. You will get it shared. If you're not a customer, you can sign up through this link. It will go into your account immediately. You can use all of these pages. You can edit the things on these pages extremely quickly. This is going to save you a ton of time. Plus, you're not going to be hacking something together. It's there. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. For this example, I'm using the upgraded version of ClickFunnels so that it's all in one. You do not have to do that, but it will take you a little bit more time if you don't do that, okay? It will take you a little bit more time. What I invest in this for this business is $300 a month, and almost everything that I'm using here is covered for $300 a month. Now, that's not a big deal once you get your first client, but I understand when you're starting it could be a big deal. But I would advise you, and I don't do this, usually I give alternate things to use, but I'm going to tell you, this is your product, invest in it. If you need to save up for a few months so that you can have the money to afford this to ramp up, if you're just starting, you don't have the budget for this, maybe you've got your budget and other things, then save up a few months and do it. But I'm telling you, this is set up to convert out of the box. If you try to bastardize this a little bit, it probably isn't going to work as much. All right, enough disclaimer. You ready? This is your product. This is your product. I will share this with you in the replay section so you can use it, but right now let's just get into it, okay? We are going to have 3 different lead generation campaigns that we are going to be using 90% of the time. You might want to write that down. 3 different lead generation campaigns that we are going to be using 90% of the time. This is going to be the longest part of our presentation, by the way. Here's number 1. Now, before I get into what this is, do you think the video background's sort of important? From a client perspective, from a people opting in, this looks pro. For dentists, people that are going to be digging around in my mouth, I want pro, period. So here's it is. Get ready for your big day by claiming your free teeth whitening session at Jonesboro Dental. By the way, Jonesboro Dental doesn't exist. I made this up for you. Now, we're getting a name, we're getting an email, and we're getting a phone number. By the way, I have licensed this video and it's on my YouTube. You just got to use the YouTube link in your background and you're using a YouTube link. Okay? You won't own it, I do, but there you go. No, I don't advise using their video because it's going to introduce complication into your life. Gotcha? Make sense? Does the video background work on the iPhone? Not usually. It's a frozen version of this. Don't use, if the company gives you a video, don't use it. Now, what we're going to be doing, pay attention. What we're going to be doing is we are going to be targeting people in our area that are engaged in getting ready to be married. Now, there's going to be a few of you that are going to run into dentists that don't want to do the free giveaway. If they don't want to do the free giveaway, they better do it for something extremely cheap. So dental whitening is going to be around $200 for a patient. Usually, you need to have something that's ridiculous. Can I tell you the secret to making this work? This is the most important part of all this. The secret to making this work is not just a great offer. It's what I call, and excuse me for invoking my company's name, it's what I call a fearless offer. Because the kind of business you want to work with is the kind that understands giving away a free teeth whitening to get someone to come through the threshold once, fill out an application form to come in, and to sit down in the chair to give away a free teeth whitening. By the way, do you guys have any idea how much it actually costs a dentist to do the teeth whitening stuff? If they're not willing to give that away, they are insane. Now, they charge a lot. The margins are great, but they've got to give that away. If they want to haggle with you, it's like maybe 30 bucks. They charge around $200 usually. So the value, the perceived value of this is high. But if they want to haggle with you and charge people to come through the door, this is not going to work. You have to have an offer that's there. Now, do all dentists do teeth whitening? No. But the smart ones do because they understand it's a great way to get people through the door that aren't in what? That are not in pain. Guess what Facebook marketing doesn't do real good for, but has excellent targeting? Pain's not great, but I guarantee you can get people through the door for teeth whitening. And guess what happens when someone comes in for a teeth whitening process? Guess what happens? They get an exam. And you can give that exam away for free. It's usually the hygienist that's doing that, so it's not taking the dentist's time up. They get an exam. And what typically happens when you give someone a dental exam, especially if they've not been in a dental office in a while? You're typically going to find problems. And we're not talking made up problems. We're talking real problems that could turn into really expensive problems down the road. You guys understand that? This is not something them looking for things. This is them helping people by finding things that could turn into something really expensive down the road. Cool? So we get a name, we get an email address, we get a phone number. If somebody won't give us their phone number, they're not a good lead. That is something that is there on purpose. You ready to see more? You ready to see more? Here's what happens after they opt in. After I sign back in, we'll see what happens when they opt in. Here's what happens when they opt in. They're taken to this page. Congratulations, we just emailed you instructions on how to schedule your free teeth whitening package. But wait, if you call and schedule before the time expires below, we'll add in our at-home whitening upgrade at no cost to you. Now, those of you that are savvy to dental realize that the in-house teeth whitening is actually them just measuring you for trays in the first place, and you've got to go home and come back and pick up your trays the second time. But this is perceived as high value. Here's how to schedule your free whitening session. Dial our office at this. By the way, this is a tracking number. I'll go through that in a minute. Use code BRIDAL when you schedule your free whitening session with our receptionist. That lets our team know that you won't be charged the normal $199.95 fee. If you call before the timer expires below, you get the at-home whitening tools as well. Did we just up the ante on what they get or what they thought they were getting? This is how you drive calls. This is how you drive calls. We'll go through the tracking in just a second. Can I show you guys why this even goes a step further in awesomeness? You ready? If you go into the main page and you click automation, I have set up 2 follow-up emails, which I will go through. You will get. But we're also sending out an SMS message because they put their phone in. So this is what it says. Free whitening session. Dial this number, use code BRIDAL to schedule your session for free. That lands a couple minutes after they see that thank you page. So on their phone is a thank you message so that they can click the phone number in both the thank you page and here to dial right away. We're removing barriers. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's do this real quick. This is what immediately lands in their email right away. Let me actually put this in here. I'm going to open the editor. Jonesboro Dental. Hey, this is Jackie from Jonesboro Dental. I just saw that you signed up for our Bridal White free teeth whitening package. I'm excited to help you get your appointment set. Here's how to set it all up. Call this number between these hours. Mention code BRIDAL. Please set up a time to come in. This one expires in 72 hours. One more thing. If you call before tomorrow at noon, I'll make sure to throw in our at-home whitening trays so you can continue to get results before your big day. Congrats on your upcoming wedding. See you soon. Boom. P.S. Make sure you dial the office early. The special fills up fast and our spots are limited. I want to make sure you can get in and get going so you have plenty of time to get the best results with your whitening before the big day. I'm not using Active Campaign with this one, but you can. Why did I, in this particular case, why am I using everything here? Because it's built in and the SMS is easier if you're using it straight from here. Okay? So I'm using the Actionetics, which is the upgrade on ClickFunnels. And if you have the upgrade, it's all set up. Yep, this is all set up for you if you have ClickFunnels and you're on the upgraded version. This part, though, is the upgrade. You can hack this together with a few other things, that's fine, but I built it this way so that it did that. Yes, Actionetics includes the SMS. Listen, I'm not trying to do you guys understand I'm not trying to cost you more money with ClickFunnels. I'm just trying to make this as easy as possible so you've got something in the box that's ready to go. Okay, cool. Just making sure you guys understand. I know I could have done that because I'm a big Active Campaign guy. And yes, to do this, I've connected all the integrations that I need to do it. We're going to get into call tracking in just a second, okay? That number that's sent out via SMS and these emails, that's call tracking. We'll get to that. Now, here's the email that goes out a day later. Hey, it's Jackie from Jonesboro Dental. I know you're probably swamped with wedding planning, but I wanted to remind you that if you haven't already booked it, your free wedding teeth whitening offer expires in 48 hours. Call this number, mention this code, short, sweet, to the point. You guys get it. Now, can I show you tracking numbers, then I'll show you the other campaigns? Tracking numbers, then the other campaigns? Give me a yes if that's cool with you. Now, there's lots of services that do this, and I don't care what you choose. I'm using CallRail. And I'm in a new company here, so you can't see any of the names because it does display the names that we've got. But within this, I use CallRail. Here's how CallRail works. Set up a phone number. So we create a phone number. Okay? You're going to say, yes, I'll use it online. No, not on my website, somewhere else. No, somewhere else. Okay? I get to call it something. So, my dental listing. Where do I want this to go to? And you're going to put in the number of the dentist office that you want to send the call to. Does everybody understand that? Please type the number 1 if you've got that. Okay, good. So this is going to be your client. Select phone number. All right? I'm going to do a toll-free number. Yes, I am recording the calls at first. So I'm going to pick a toll-free number. It's $2 a month per client. You're good. Here's the other important part. Don't worry about how many dentists. Get your head out of thinking in the future. Right now, learn CallRail. This is important. Whisper message. Call from your company. Scott says, have you ever used Troyer's ACT? Yes, it's great. No, CallRail is not integrated at ClickFunnels. There's no reason for it to be integrated with ClickFunnels. I'll show you in a minute. So do you guys know what a whisper message? Whisper means that when they call and the call company connects them, there's going to be a little message that says this to the dentist office so that they know the lead came from you. So even if they don't mention that coupon code, they'll know the lead came from you when the call comes in. Someone says, does this work with Lead Pages and Drip? I have no idea. I don't use it. Like I said, if you want to hack it together, go right ahead. All right. If you want to put bridal in here to signify the campaign, feel free to do it. I'm not so worried about that. I just want to send leads. Activate tracking number. And if we do record calls, we can do that, but we can go into that in a bit. And of course, it's not going to work. Oh. In a normal instance, this is going to work. If I had to guess why it's not letting me go all the way through with it, I would guess it's because I used a 555 number. But does everybody understand what we're doing, even though my browser's being fun? Okay, good. Good. So what you're going to do when this is done, it gives you the phone number. You just take that phone number, come back and put it on your page, come back and put it in your SMS message, come back and put it in your emails, and you're good to go. Does everybody understand that part? That's not your SMS. That is the actual call tracking number that goes to the dentist. Yeah, just basic CallRail account. I use toll-free over local just because it's pro. You can find one that's really local with the same extension and it doesn't look like it's some out-of-town number. Here's why I like toll-free. Everybody ready? Because this is a question that's going to come up. What happens is, so for instance, my town here, it's 870, like 976, and then the number, right? Around here, if someone sees a number that's even 870, but it's not one of the 2 to 3 extensions that's normally within the area, they get a little weird. They get a little weird. Does that make sense? So with the toll-free numbers, they see 888 or 800, they don't think about those things. They just figure the business is super pro and they've got a toll-free number. Period. Okay. Ready for the next thing? By the way, this is all done for you. I created all this stuff for my business, but you can have it. As far as setting up Twilio and your email stuff, all of that stuff is covered inside of ClickFunnels. So if it asks you to set up your SMS, covered in ClickFunnels. If it's set up, your email stuff, ClickFunnels covers that. I'll make sure I get you linked to the document that shows you how to do those things. But you don't want me going through a bunch of technical stuff. Not when it's already written down so you can follow it. So that's package number 1. Here's package number 2 that you guys are going to be doing. You ready? Book your child's free teeth cleaning at Jonesboro Dental. Guys, what's going to happen when you bring a kid to the dentist for a free cleaning? By the way, this is the hygienist that does it. But what's going to happen when the hygienist does a free teeth cleaning on a kid? You get access to the family members, and they're going to probably find something. But it's free. It's free. By the way, thank you, Paige. How many leads might we get for their $100? Robert, you know that I can't tell you that, but do you think we can get at least 2? I think we can. I think we can get a lot more than that, by the way, but at least 2. Here's your thank you page. It's the exact same thank you page with a few key lines changed. If you call before the timer expires, we'll also throw in a free exam so we can make sure your child's teeth are healthy. We're doing the exam anyway. So it's something we were already doing, but now we've stacked the value. Everybody good there? It's a different code. So baby teeth is the code. Same ball game. Do I need to go through the email messages? It's sort of the same setup here. And I got to get those in there for you guys because apparently they're not there. I'll get them in there. That'll take me 5 minutes. But that's exactly what we're doing. Okay? So I'll get those in there before you guys get that link tonight so it comes across. Cool. But do remind me that I need to get that in there for you all because for some reason it didn't save. So that'll take me 2 seconds and I'll get it in. Okay? Finally, have you tried this with other dental services? I don't want to try it with anything that costs the dentist a lot of money or a lot of the dentist or hygienist time. A free cleaning for a kid is usually very time sensitive and it's easy. They can get it done, they need to get it done, but it doesn't take long for a hygienist to do it. Now, we're going to be targeting parents on Facebook with that. I'll show you that in a second. Next is this one. It's a generic setup. Okay, I'm going to answer this question real quick. Scott says, if you had ActiveCampaign or ClickFunnels, if the client called within the first 24 hours, would there not be an email saying if you haven't called in 40 hours? If you're really a pro dental office, you should know they scheduled or not, right? Scott, do you think they care? Scott, how many times have I sent you an email after you've already bought something? You know why I don't worry about it, Scott? I mean, it would take me 2 seconds to filter that out. But those 2 seconds are time I could be doing something else. Doug, what do we need to use the video in ClickFunnels? I'm going to give you a URL, put it in the box. Sorry, just seeing it. Okay. You got it, buddy. Anytime. when you're sitting with the dental office to show them this stuff, show them this. Yes, this is what I'm taking the office manager, okay? I'm just showing them, I'm going to literally show them one campaign and say we do it for teeth whitening, we do it for cleaning for kids. Present the packages, but just show them this, okay? So this is a little more subtle, and it's going to be targeted towards people that are recently divorced or separated. Does everybody understand why? Because when you're coming out of a relationship, a lot of times you're really wanting to look your best. And this is a great way, and if it's free, it works. So, once again, the emails are a little different, the thank you page is a little different, but does everybody so far understand what we're doing in our service? And are you pretty happy with your product that you now have to show off? Single's not enough, Nat. I could, of course, target single people, but I don't think that's enough. I think it's got to be something else that takes it more. I don't want you guys going through and just being, okay, I hope. I want you guys using something that locks people in. Okay? I will give you guys instructions on how to import this pretty soon, but can I show you the Facebook ad targeting first? Okay, let me grab one of these URLs. By the way, everything I made for this is in Snappa. I built in Snappa, and I'll show you how to build that in a second, but let me go through the campaign. So we're going to Facebook. We're going to Facebook. No, not putting any remarketing on these pages to start. That's dialing it in later. Don't put the cart ahead of the course. Don't put the cart ahead of the course. Quit with the remarketing shit. Quit with the shit that doesn't matter. Holy shit. Quit with the stuff that doesn't matter. Just go do this. Stop trying to outsmart this system. I love you. I love you so much. No, I'm messing with you. You don't have to really be sorry. I'm screwing with you. I love that you're asking questions. But what I'm saying is, for the first time, don't be like I was. Don't be like you were naturally inclined to be and make this hard. Okay? I love every freaking one of you, but we self-sabotage ourselves over and over and over again because we try to make this difficult. Who gives a shit about remarketing? If you can't get someone to sign up in the first place, you're screwed. If you can't get them to pick the damn phone up, you're screwed. So all I want 100% of your energy on right now, getting the first client and knocking it out of the fucking park for them. Don't worry about the next client. Don't worry about any fancy shit that shows up in your email inbox in the next 100 days. Go destroy this. Come into AdLab. Ask questions. But don't worry about any of this other shit, okay? All right. Sorry. I love you guys, and I love internet marketing so much. I hate when people don't succeed, and I know why they don't succeed. It's because they get in their own heads and they worry about stuff that doesn't matter. So Z, I freaking love you. Don't get in your own head because you're awesome. Every single one of you are awesome, but you gotta just go do this. Don't worry about the other crap. All right, so Facebook ad, most important thing. Running it from a page, I run it from a couple different ones. I have a 24-hour deals page that I made. You guys could go do that in like record time. No, just one. That's a great question, Jason. Jason says the $100, are we doing that three different campaigns? No, they're going to pick one of the 3 campaigns. That's when you discuss the offer with them. They're going to pick one of those 3 campaigns, and you go all in on it. Okay? It's just got to be that fearless offer. Free cleaning is fearless. Free teeth whitening is fearless. And people are going to respond because it's fearless. They're going to be like, holy crap, that's a good deal. Okay. So I have 2 pages that I want to run my ad from. I either use a deals page that I created, or I use a page that looks like it's just a normal person like this. Lately, I'm kind of partial to my deals page for this kind of offer. We go in, we put our URL in here. I'll go to the targeting in a second. I just want to show you this. No, we're not running this from the dentist office. Why would we not run this from the dentist office? That's such a great great question. Why would we not run this from the dentist office? Number one, how many of you want to go through the pain in the ass of getting control of the page, all those things? You know when you should do that? Maybe when they've been your client for 6 months, okay? Right now, just you control it. They paid you $100, you go spend it. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to put this ad together. I'm going to show you exactly how to put this ad together. This is for the dental one. By the way, I'm going to show you how to make this easy because I'm giving you this stuff. I'm going to show you how to make it easy. You may want to change this image out. I'll show you where to even go find this image, okay? Facebook approved this ad with a focus on the smile. Yes. If they don't approve this ad because of the focus on the smile, what do you do, Charles? Just take the box out. Yeah. Take the box out. Does the wedding version work throughout the year? Yes, because somebody's always at least getting ready for a wedding. It's a lot of text you got there. Still gets approved. But if they don't approve it on your end, what do? Shrink the text, take out the box, just fix what doesn't work for you. Don't make this overcomplicated. You know what you need to do? Just do whatever it takes to get the ad up. Okay? So we're going to put this in. We're going to link them to where we need to go. And this is about what you need to write in here. Can you guys copy this? So I don't have to go through it? Just use it. Okay? I'll show you how to build this image if you want to change things in a minute. But that's where we're going. Okay? Quick second, how's everybody hanging with me right now? You feel good? Good. Let's go through targeting. So let's go to audience. We'll take this out. Type in engaged. Type in engaged. How does the money work? They pay you 100, you spend 100 of your money because it's in your account. So we're going to engaged. We're going to females. $40 is about right. Let's go 19 to 40. And we're going to type in the exact location. The exact location that we're doing it. So if I'm Jonesboro, Arkansas, within 25 miles. If I want to extend it out, that gives me a few more people. Let's say within 50 miles. That gets me about 2,300 people. Are these hyper-targeted people? Sure, man, it's only 2,300 people, but it's local, and they're engaged, and they're females. We're good. We're super targeted here. Now, somebody said, how about 1-minute ad manager versus power editor? Is power editor harder to use than the ads manager? Yes. Is it more effective for certain things? Yes. Do we need it for this? No. If down the road you want to get cheaper clicks and do some fancy stuff, use the power editor because it does work. But right now I don't care. I want simplicity. They're going to travel 50 miles for free whitening. Okay, Paul, can I explain that? This is why you start local, or you at least understand the town that you're working at. Here, yeah, you probably are going to get some people that will do that. What if they were engaged 2 years ago? Still got a wedding come up. And if they don't, they're not going to click on your ad anyway. Or maybe they are because their wedding fell apart and they need to look cool. You know what I mean? If you live in a more tightly packed city and you're doing this, does this go way down to like 10 miles? Yes. But does the population of people that you're going to be hitting go way up? Yes, as well. What about burning through frequency rates? How sustainable is this campaign? It's almost like I gave you 3 different campaigns that you can run so that you can do a few different things for the office once they sign you on for good, isn't it? It's a great question, though. I'm not making fun of anybody's question, but we're good. What potential reach is good? Don't worry so much about it. Just get the ad running. Get targeted. I know I'm telling you a bunch of things that normally I would not tell you to do. Usually I'm the Facebook ads nerd, but stop worrying about it. I like about 1,000, 2,000 people at least, but you should be there. Yeah, I get the new thing. With the wedding thing, I get people ongoing, sure. All the time, because there's always someone new getting married. It's not the same audience over and over. Does that make sense? The divorce crowd, the kids crowd, everybody's always having kids. Everybody's always getting married. Everybody's always getting divorced. Now, I'm sure you guys can come up with some other things. You're typing them in right now. But are you good to go? Now, divorced, if we were running that one, divorced relationship status. There we go. Nope, Deb. Let's go in here again. Separated. Relationship status. You guys got it? Hang on. They're interested in kids products, baby care. If they're interested in, let's do children. Let's see, actually I want to go into life events. See if I can find this. Oh, actually I'm off here. That's going to be my easiest way. You guys see this? Parent, you type in parent, 8 to 12 years. And there's a 0 to 5 here somewhere. You guys get the idea. Is everybody good to go with how easy the targeting is? By the way, did anybody notice that I'm pretty much targeting women across the board? Think that's odd? That's on purpose. Listen, usually when I go to the dentist, why do you think it is? Why do you think it is when I go to the dentist? It's because my wife goes somewhere and she told me that I need to go see him, or I need to go get checked up, or I go to my wife for that decision. I'm like, who do you take Lane to? Who do you take my kiddo to? It's not that women are compulsive, it's that women are smart. Women are not going to sit around in pain, they're going to go get it fixed. Guys are stupid. We wait for something to get really bad, and then we ask our wife. So the idea here is you target the women, they get themselves in, they get the kids in, they get the husbands in. Happened in my chiropractic office too. All right, I think I've spent enough time on this. Does everybody understand the service we're providing? How many leads does it usually pull in? Looks like it could be a lot more than 2 to 3 a month. You would be correct. But I'm lowballing you so that nobody freaks out. I think most people understand. I'm lowballing you in a big way. Can dentists quit at any time? Sure. But their funnel goes away. I don't make them sign a contract to start. No. Not for the 100. Okay? Not for the $100. Now, what I would tell you to do is once you get going and you're rolling with this, Go to a lawyer, have them write up a simple contract for this service. Do you understand why I'm not giving you a contract for this service? Because that puts me at legal odds if you get in trouble. Because my contract would not translate to you anyway. Every state is different. So once you get a few people ready to sign up for you, you can worry about that. But what did I say about putting the cart before the horse? Don't worry about it. What happens when the $100 gets used up? They keep charging if you keep spending, so you have to keep an eye on it. Most jobs are a lot harder than that, though. Before I move on, does everybody understand what we've done so far, and do you get it? I'm sorry, I don't have much room for craziness questions. There's been a lot of good ones, though. Okay, but the stuff that's coming from a place of self-doubt for you guys, don't have any room for that. What's your daily ad spend on $100? Usually I start off, Brian, at like $5 to $10. I usually my first 48 hours are around $5. After 48 hours, I'll inch it up to 8 to 10, and then I usually leave it at 10 for about a week. I'm about to get into the other good stuff. Okay, what else do we got? When do you bring up the monthly fee? About to talk about that. Set the campaign for 1 week and the week's limit to 100. I'll get into that in a sec. Can you get more than one dentist for a local area? I wouldn't. You need to treat your initial dentist like the Queen of England. All right? The Queen of fucking England. I did it again. Okay. I'm serious. You need to treat them well. Don't be running ads for their competitors. Crush it for them. If you can get out 50 miles out, go ahead. Oh, I do need to go through the graphics real quick. Good call. Good call. Give me a sec. So here's how I do the graphics. I'm in Snappa, and with Snappa, you want to go into Facebook ads. So if you're back at the very beginning here, yes, I said I use call tracking, and I went all the way through that. So Facebook ads, pick this gorgeous monkey here. Grab this. Take the opacity up to 100 so you can't see through it. Then you're going to upload a background image. I found this lady here, if I can find her, this lady that's getting married, and you'll have to go grab this. I found her on Adobe Stock. I think I just type in wedding or something like that. I bought the image. You're going to go to Effects. You're going to take the darken off. You're going to bring the brightness down to 0. And here, I am going to take the saturation all the way out. You guys seeing how I'm building this image so far? By the way, here's the image that I'm showing you how to build. Okay. So what we wrote here, we just took this. I wrote the name of the city, Jonesboro, Arkansas Whitening Special. Took that, took it up here to the top. I had a logo created for a company. I use Logo Nerds, so they give you $100. Go get the logo. It's next to nothing to do. Or you can do like what I do, and I have a logo that I just sort of change out. If they don't have a logo, you probably don't want to work with them anyway. The best place to get a logo for your actual client, just go to their website and match your colors. So with this, you're going to upload your client's logo. Can I show you how to match the colors? Is that cool? If you have something that is kind of past, but you have a question on it, I'll cover that after, or we'll cover it in the Facebook group. So I have this thing called Color Picker, and it's on my Mac. And I'm going to go grab it, put it over the color here. That grabs the color code, pop that in there, pop that in there. Okay, now I need to write in, get ready for your big day, because that's sort of what's on their mind, right? Get ready for your big day. We're going to shrink that down just a hair. We're going to extend the line height so that those letters aren't running into each other. Shrink her down a little more. Change the color to white. Marcel, I think, Ben, people when they see the ad, they'll check the fan page itself where the offer is running from. You'd be wrong. That's okay. I don't mind that you're wrong, but you'd be wrong. And if they do, who cares? If they don't want the offer, who cares? Like, I don't care if they go to the fan page and see that there's 3 posts on the fan page. If they want the offer and they want it bad and they recognize the name of the dentist office, they recognize the local on here, even if they don't recognize the name of the dentist office, just the fact that it's local is enough. Yes, trust me. Marcel, you can complicate this all you want. They don't care. They want the offer. And when they go to the web page that has the offer on it, guess what? They're going to trust you because it looks good. If you don't want to do it because of that, that's cool and that's a hang up. I understand. But trust me, these people are not like us. They are not anal internet marketers that are going to dig into shit. Okay? There's a reason all these people share so much shitty news from fake websites. They ain't checking about credibility for the most part. Trust me. Okay. Then, I actually had this down at the bottom. So let's take this out. Let's move this logo down here. What else do we have? With our Wedding Day Smile Whitening giveaway. With our Wedding Day Smile. I know I'm spelling this wrong, but we'll fix it in a sec. So I'm going to stretch this out, move it up. Whoop, let me grab it. With our Wedding Day Smile, okay. That's not perfect, but you guys get the idea, right? Probably make this a little bigger. Move this up. Let's make that a little bigger. Is it important that you put the name of your city on here? Yep. That's going to get more attention. So a little trick, if you're doing teeth whitening, this is teeth whitening specific with your background. Go to Effects. Turn the brightness up just a hair. Turn your contrast up a hair. Do you see how it makes the teeth look whiter? Just a trick for you. And then we export this. So download Web Optimized JPG. Everybody good? If the towns are small and close, would you do a separate image with special or separate images for specific towns? No. I want to do the hub town. You know what I mean, Jason? There's going to be a hub town. Oh, you want to see the box? Yeah, so if you do the box, go over here to this. It's under Shapes. And then you're going to actually make this white. And then you're going to take the transparency down, shape it around the mouth. You good? I'll get to that. both Troy and Dean. Oh, Dean, thank you. Dean says this is the best $100 I spent since the last time I bought something from you. So there you go. You guys know how to put together a pretty pro quality image? You guys want me to show you the secret to cutting this time in half? Okay, hang on. When you get my image, take the image that I've already got on the pages that you're probably going to get when you do that, and literally it'll be one image, so you can't move this stuff around. Go here to shapes, build this box, put it over it, black that box out completely by going to custom and taking it to black, put your logo in here, and then black this up here out. And then, so I would just go to shapes, because this will be all one image if you take it from me. And we're going to go up here. We'll black that sucker out. And now just insert your stuff on the top of it. Does that make sense? But I wanted to show you how to build it from scratch.